Everybody, Todd here, all things archery and shooting, and welcome to my channel. I got a request from one of my subscribers. He wanted me to show him my bow collection. He sees my bow collection in some of these videos that I do, and I'm doing reviews on in the background, all the bows hanging on the wall and stuff. And he was curious about what I have. And every one of the bows that I have, I've got over 30 traditional bows, about 7 compound bows, and two crossbows. He wanted me to show my collection of bows and talk a little bit about each one and let them know what they are. So let's go and do that right now. Take a few minutes, walk around, I'll show you all that, okay? First we'll start with this one. This is my most recent bow. Not more recent, actually I've had it for a while, but probably a bow I'm starting to do a lot more shooting with. It's a Bear Montana bow. This bow is a 45-pound bow, 64-inch overall length. This bow pulls right at about close to 48 pounds, roughly at my draw length, 29.5 inches. So I've really been getting more into the longbows now. I really like shooting longbows, so I'm starting to do a lot more shooting with them. So this is what I'm shooting now. Let's walk around on my room here, and we'll go over and talk about some other bows that I have. When you first come in my room up there, that's the Bear Montana I just had in my hands, where I keep all of my most active bow I'm using. I'm hunting with. This is where it stays at, so I know which one I have. It's always stays strung up when I'm shooting and practicing with it. I got a couple arrow pouches over here with different target arrows in them. This here is a bunch of a lot of like blunt tip arrows. Have you noticed? I do a lot of stump shooting, so all these are blunt tip arrows, different types. All right, coming over here, this is my bear wall. Several bear. You get further back to see it. That's my bear wall. I got all different types of bear bows there. All these bows I've done reviews on. See, the top bow is a Bear Kodiak Special. The one below that is a Bear black bear bow. Below that is a 1967 Grizzly bow. Before that is a 1964 Grizzly 51-pound bow. One of my favorite hunting bows right there. Next bow come down, that's my Bear Super Grizzly. That's a Gainesville bow. Below that is probably my favorite of all the bear bows that I have. That is a 59 Kodiak. There'll be a review on that bow pretty soon on this channel, so look for it. I really like that bow. I've been shooting it a lot. It really shoots really well. And below that is a Kodiak Hunter, another great shooting bow. Look up here, some more bear bows. I've got 2 Bear Kodiaks, one made with future wood and one made with black diamond wood. Both of those are 70s vintage bows, except for the black diamond was an early 80s bow. And below that is a Bear Stag Hunter. That bow is mostly you. You found those bows at like Sears and Roebuck, J.C. Penney, Ward's, that kind of thing. It was Bear's idea of putting his bows into the mass market, the big box stores. And that's basically what that bow is a Bear Grizzly. Okay. Over here on this wall here is my longbow side. There's all my Black Hunter longbows. I love the Black Hunter longbow. It's a great bow for the money. You really can't go wrong. For $100, you really can't beat a Black Hunter longbow. The top bow is a 40-pound bow. Middle bow is a 45, and bottom bow is a 50-pound. I've shot all those and reviewed all those. They're great little bows. Over here are some of my other longbows I've been shooting lately. The top longbow is my 2-piece Mandarin Duck Takedown Recurve bow. I'm sorry, my Mandarin Duck 2-piece Takedown longbow. That's actually a 2-piece bow. You really can't beat the price. That bow runs about $500, but it shoots like a dream. It's really fast. It hits really hard. The one below that is an Omega longbow by Keegan, built that for me. And the one below that's a new Omega longbow with a carbon core in the limbs. Moving down the line, I got a couple of old school compound bows here. I reviewed all these. The top one is a Bear Whitetail Hunter, mid-80s. Below that is going to be a Darton bow, early 90s. And below that is probably the bow I've killed more animals with than anything else. When I was bow hunting as a compound, that's a Bear First Strike bow. I got that bow in 1991. I hunted with it till 2008. Every season I killed game with that bow. Over here I've got a couple crossbows that I use. One on the left you look at, that is a Bone Collector 370 bow, which is a really nice crossbow. Very accurate. I mean, the thing will shoot out to 80 yards, no problem. Accurate as it can be. You know, that is a Barnett bow. That's my very first bow, which was a Barnett crossbow. It's a Wildcat. That's a 150-pound bow, recurve limb. I can actually cock that bow with my hands. That's why I like it. It's easy to cock. I use that bow mostly for hunting small game and turkey because it has a lot of penetration, but it does a great job for turkey hunting. Okay, over here is a couple more bows. These are my most recent compounds I've been shooting until I gave up compounds a few years back. The first one's a Diamond compound bow. Very nice bow, 65 pounds, shoots really nice. The other bow there is a G5 Quest. That bow is really hard-hitting bow. It's a 74-pound bow. I mean, I've shot a lot of game with that bow. Okay. And in here is the laundry room. As you can see, it's my wife's laundry room. I've pretty much taken it over. But I've got in the corner, I've got my loading bench and my arrow bench. That's where I build all my arrows at. And you can see the ones I have a straight fletch, a left helical, straight fletch, left helical, and right helical. Got some more bows up there. There's another Kodiak Special, 1962 Kodiak Special. One right above that's the first bow I ever built, Osage Orange South bow. Below that is an American Hunter bow. It's a Chinese knockoff bow, hybrid longbow. That bow is really nice. It shoots really well. It uses bamboo in it. It shoots pretty quick. It's light as anything too. And it's only 60 inches. Below that is a Bear Polar. That Bear Polar is a 1961 Bear Polar bow from Bear Archery. That's another of my old school favorite bows. And below that is a Gordon Plastic bow. Gordon Plastic made some really fast bows back in the day. And that's a long bow, and that bow is really super fast. I mean, really, really fast for a bow that was built in 1962. And below that is an Old Mountain Stygian Recurve bow, 56-inch bow. I use that bow mostly in ground blind because it's so small, 56 inches. It's a 50-pound bow, shoots really well. Got a couple of bows there, or just a couple kids' bows there for my nieces and nephews when they come over. Also, just so a quick note, it's also my loading bench. I do all my loading here as well too. All my handgun and rifle reloads are done here. All right. Okay, just a brief tour of some of the bows that I have that I've shot. Every one of these bows that you saw that I just showed you have all been reviewed. I have probably 10 or 15 others up in the closets and stuff that are just hanging in the closet and I ain't hung up anywhere. And I just don't want to dig those down. Maybe one day I'll dig all those out too and show them to you. But there's some other older bows there. Mostly some old Ben Pearson bows, some old Browning bows, things of that nature that I just stuck up in the closet. I had no place to hang them in here. I am also want you to know I'm building a new studio for my YouTube channel. It's being built right now on my back property here. It should be done in a few months, and once it's complete, I'll be moving all my stuff over to that studio. It'll have professional lighting, camera gear. It'll be more professional set than what I've been doing. And I'm also going to have a work area for all my bows on one side and another work area for my loading gear on the other side. So I'll be sure to give you guys a tour of that once it's up and running. I think it's going to make my channel a lot better too because I'll be able to do everything there, be more professional grade kind of type channel. My channel is now jumped up to almost 10,000 subscribers, so it's gotten bigger than I thought it would ever be. When I first started, I thought I'd just put it out there to see what would happen, and it just sort of took off. So I want to thank all you guys for that. It's because of you that the channel is moving so far. And if you haven't already, please click that subscription button for me. And if you like this kind of content, be sure to click that like button for me. Those likes really help for me. And also click that bell icon next to your subscription. That way I can notify you upcoming videos. I got quite a bunch of good videos coming up that you can be watching soon. I got some gun videos coming up, some reloading videos coming up, hunting videos coming up, a bunch more archery stuff too. So be sure to look for that over the next several months. All right, I want to thank you guys. I especially want to thank my subscriber that sent me the request to take a look at my collection. Hope that answers your question. Again, I got some more bows. Maybe I'll break out one day and show them to you, but that gives you the gist of what I have. I want to thank you guys for watching. It's been Todd, All Things in Archery. Until next time, y'all. Ciao.